Should we start it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. So let me tell my audience that this is Albert, and Albert is a mechanical engineer, data scientist, and also an MBA. So Albert, can you just brief yourself a bit?
Yes, of course. Well, my name is Albert. I come from Spain, and I am 34 years old. And yes, I'm a mechanical engineer. I studied when I was 18, the university degree. It took me 6 years because, I also had fun. Okay. And then I started working as a mechanical engineer for 4 years in Spain and in Portugal. But I kind of like to live abroad and visit other countries. So I decided to quit that job that I had in Spain and Portugal and come to Germany. That's where I'm living at the moment, in Munich. I've been here now living 5.5 years. And here, I also started working as a mechanical engineer at BMW, developing cars. Actually, I've been developing Rolls-Royce cars here. And during this work, I had more time than in Spain. So I decided to study an MBA, in a university here in Munich. It was a part-time MBA. It took me 2 years to study it. And that's important because during the MBA, I realized how important digitalization, and especially data, is for the future. So I decided that I wanted to shift my career. And that's what I did. I quit my job at BMW as a mechanical engineer. And I started a master in data science. And that's my situation at the moment. I'm finishing my master in data science and also doing a short internship in data scientists, which comes to an end in 2 weeks, actually. So yes, that's my process, shifting my career.
So like Albert, what you did last 10 years, like what was your journey?
Yeah, well, that's more or less what I explained now. That's what I've been doing. So in total, I would say I work 8 years. And yes, I've been living in these 3 countries differently. But I have to say that I've been the last 4 years mainly really busy because these masters were always part-time. And that's also something that I would like to tell people. It's quite sacrificing to do part-time studies because you don't really have time for anything else. I've been working every afternoon and weekends, and you don't have much time for your private life, which I've been finding out in the last time how important it is. You also value how important private life is when you don't really have it. And yes, that's maybe something that could also speak about how important it is to also don't forget your private life. So that's also what I'm dealing with at the moment a little bit.
True. So basically, what is data science? Like you had already studied data science. So can you just explain what is data science?
Yes, so I'm new at this world of data science. Obviously, before leaving my job at BMW and shifting my career as a mechanical engineer, I thought a lot about it because this was not an easy decision. And I read a lot about the concept of data science. Let's say that basically one could say that it's a combination of science that you use to get knowledge out of data. That's mainly what it is. The science that you use that I'm speaking about are mathematics, statistics, and programming. You combine this science that actually, if you combine them, you get a machine learning. So that's it. You use the scientists to get knowledge out of the data. But maybe something important here, because data science has always been there, for years. But what made this push that we are all now living is more the concept of big data. We all know that everybody's now using the phone permanently. Also, everything has a sensor nowadays. So you have sensors in your coffee machines, in your fridge, in your windows. So this is the so-called Internet of Things, putting sensors to everything. And this generates a lot of data, non-stop generating data. Everybody's generating a lot of data, and that's the concept of big data. And that's the difference with the past. In the past, there was no big data, so there was less amount of data to get knowledge out of it. But now that we have big data, the power of computing and the programming and the mathematics are making possible to get more knowledge out of it. Yeah, so that's why there is this kind of hype in data, and that's why that's one of the reasons, or the main reason, why I decided to shift. Yeah.
Okay, so
hope that's clear.
That's clear.
Quite technical.
So what do you think, like Albert, what are the opportunities one can find through data science? Like data science, what are the opportunities one can find?
My belief is that's, I mean, again, yeah, if I decided to quit this job of mechanical engineer, I had a good career to go to data science, is because I saw it clear that there are a lot of opportunities. Yeah. You just have to, once you are in this world, you realize about it. Yeah. Once you work a little bit on it, because during my MBA, I wrote my master thesis already in this data direction, in the energy direction, okay, and how cars will be charged in the future in the energy network. Yeah. And I could see that this is growing so much because in every single field, it doesn't matter in which field you are, there will be every day more and more sensors getting data of that field. Yeah. So imagine that you are a professor, for example, everything there will be more data about what the students are studying online. Yeah. Which PDFs are they opening? Which questions are they answering? And you will be able to analyze this data that the students are generating. Yeah. Or I don't know, if you are a company that cleans houses, I don't know, I'm improvising. It's the same thing. Yeah. You can, the machines that the cleaners are using might also have sensors. Yeah. So you can kind of analyze how effective they are cleaning the houses. Yeah. So that's what I mean. In every single field that you are in, there will be possibilities in regards to data. So anybody could become a data scientist. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I hope that's clear. Or at least I suggest also, that's a suggestion. Data science is quite difficult, yeah, to become, but I think that everybody, at least the young generations like us, should invest a little bit of time in understanding what data science is, or at least what data is, yeah? Because that will be around us until we die, for sure.
True. So as I had seen at your bio that it is mentioned AI personal growth, AI to the personal growth. So what that means, like what is AI to personal growth?
Yes. So now I've, let's say, become a junior data scientist, or I did this master, yeah, or I'm finishing it, but I have zero experience. Yeah. Now I've done an internship, but that's it. Okay. I just know a little bit how to deal with Python and so on. Of course, I have the knowledge from the master, but obviously I need to get into this world. I need to learn. And I have two options. Yeah. Or there are two options. You rather go in a company and start working and learn from zero. Yeah. Or you do it by yourself. And now I'm, as I said, 34 years old, but I have a technical background and a business background with my MBA. I've been working 8 years in different countries. So I would say that I'm ready to start my own thing. So I decided that instead of working for a company, I'm going to start a startup, yeah, and see how it goes. I think it's the perfect moment for it. And about AI and personal growth, let's say that since I became 31 or so like 3 years ago, I also started to learn about myself, yeah, and how important it is, the personal growth. I started reading books and, I don't know, doing yoga and stuff, yeah. And I really saw how important it is. I would say I'm way better than I used to be 3 years ago, way more calm and relaxed, and I see things differently because of the time I'm investing on personal growth. And I know it's so important. I would really love that other people realize about it, yeah. And I believe then the best thing that I could do, because I love both data science and personal growth, I thought that I could create a startup where I combine both things. Okay. Yeah? I think it would be a challenge, and I'm doing everything. You know, the best way to start learning something as fast as you can is in a startup, not in a huge company. So that would be perfect, because I would fulfill my wish of starting something, and I would have everything, data, business, and I would be able to help people become better.
Okay, so this startup is up to like combining this both things, data science and personal growth, right?
Exactly. So maybe I go a bit deeper in technicalities. What I intend to do with the startup is it's going to be an application, okay, from the phone. Maybe also a web application, we'll see, but I intend to be with the phone at the beginning. I really want to use lean and agile methodologies, and also agile into data science, which is CRISP-DM is called the methodology. And the idea behind the app is to help people reach a higher level of consciousness or of personal growth. Yeah. And to do that, the intention is to use natural language processing. Yeah. That's what I intend to use as the, let's say, niche within the data science. Yeah. I still have to figure it out how, but I want people to write or say the way they feel. Yeah. And then does this application help them feel better, so to say? Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, Albert, what do you think the monetary benefits one can get through data science or through personal growth? Personal growth, I'm not asking, but through data science, how can one start their monetary benefits?
Which benefits?
Monetary benefits.
Monetary.
Yeah, correct.
But you mean with a startup or with working at a company?
With a startup.
And you're speaking about my benefits as the one who is creating the application, yeah? Well, that's all about thinking the marketing and which is your approach, yeah? I want to do also this lean, okay? And this means I want to bring value to the customer. I mean, otherwise this will have no success, yeah? That's the very first thing you have to have in mind. No value for the customer, no success of the app, no money, yeah? Nothing. So obviously I started figuring out the very first thing is to give value to the customer and make the customer happy. Yeah, that's key, obviously. Yeah? Otherwise it doesn't work. Once I have achieved that, and once I'm giving permanently value to this customer, which in this case is by helping the customer becoming a better person, let's say, once I have achieved that, then I can start monetizing in the app. Yeah? How do you do that? That depends. You can do it. I have to also read more about that. I have my ideas, but you can do it from day one by charging in the app, yeah? Or you can do it by advertising. You can do it by connecting the app to third-party apps, yeah? You can also use the data in a way or another, yeah? And that's my idea at the moment, you can have, how do you say that? Different... I don't know what's the word now, but the customers could be basic customers, which has several features for free, but then you can have premium customers, which you are going to charge for several features that the basic ones don't have. Yeah, and that's how I intend to monetize. Yeah, but I'm not a professional app developer, but that's what I thought so far.
So you will be soon monetizing everything. So what will be your suggestion any suggestion you want to give to the audience or regarding data science or personal growth or your personal your personal achievements or any of your thinking that you would like to share to our audience?
Yes. So for me, there is one thing that I realized about during the MBA, and it's something that I'm going to carry forever, and I'm investing a lot of time in with this. I used to be really bad at history when I was a boy at school, yeah. Always bad notes. I don't know, I didn't like history or philosophy and all this stuff. But during the MBA, we had a subject from a quite interesting professor who was about that, history and philosophy. Yeah? So that was an impact because I was not expecting to revive these subjects in an MBA where I used to study 20 years before that, you know. And then I realized how important that was, yeah, because sometimes we think that everything we need to know is masters in IT or in data science, in engineering, in courses online, yeah, we just want to learn this stuff, cloud computing, everything. But that's just for me one thing, yeah. If you just go with this, you're not going to reach anything. You're not going to go anywhere. For me, there are two more components that are important. One of them, I'm really serious with that, is the personal growth, yeah. One should really know himself And if you look at the philosophers and the big minds of history, all of them are telling the same thing. And the third one is what I commented with philosophy and history. We are now in this globalized world. Yeah. Now I'm speaking with you. You are from India,
True.
right? Now I'm speaking with you in Instagram. I'm speaking permanently with people from America, from Europe, obviously, from China, in the NBA, 50%. Sorry?
Anywhere we can speak out, like throughout the globe. Yeah, true.
Exactly. So, and this is just going to go more and more. There will be no barriers at some point. So it's really important to spend time on getting to know other cultures, yeah, and getting to know history, and getting to know where cultures are coming from, which religion they have, which wars they had or are having, yeah, the way they behave, the way things work in these countries, because we're going to end up working together at some point, or in my case, for example, I intend to have customers in India, obviously, yeah, and the way how personal growth works in Spain, for example, or in India is completely different. And that's why this is for me like a kind of a triangle that you really need to focus on equally. That's personal growth, your profession, and the third one is getting to know general culture of different countries. Yeah, so that's my suggestion for the people to try to think about these three things and not just focus on one. That's wrong.
True. So Albert, we would like to finish this here itself, and we are glad to get you over like Instagram and get connected to you. So we hope that we again connect to you like this with a different topic. Okay, as you complete your you might have already started your startup, then we'll again connect to you to know about your experience.
Definitely.
And all. Okay, so bye Albert for today. We will. Yeah, okay, we'll end this live.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Just one thing, obviously, I thank for your time. This is the first experience doing a live in Instagram, so that was quite interesting. I'm happy to have done it with you. And please, anybody that would like to follow my path, my journey that I have started, feel free to follow. I'm going to be really interactive with people that follow me on Instagram. I really want to do the startup lean. That means always listening to my customers, to my potential customers, who knows. So I would like to share this experience with you. So please be welcome to follow. I would be really happy about it. Thank you very much.
Sure. So everyone should follow Albert, and they should get to know about the AI and the personal growth and data science in a deep way. As I can see in his profile, everything is mentioned very clearly. So okay, Albert, we will like end this live here itself. Okay, bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Take care.